What is up, everyone? We got an emergency video right now. We got breaking news coming out in regards to the XRP ETF. That's right. What if I told you we were about to witness the single largest influx of capital in crypto's history? And XRP is going to be one of the biggest winners. The signals are everywhere. ETF experts like Eric Balachunas and James Surfart are now putting the odds of spot crypto ETFs approval at 90% or higher this year. The SEC, for the first time ever, is actively engaging with issuers. This isn't just good news. This is a once in a lifetime wealth creation moment. In this video, I'm going to break down why ETF approval is a total game changer for XRP and crypto as a whole. Exactly how much money could flow into XRP using real data and relatable examples. Why BlackRock is the most important piece of this puzzle, and how their entrance could trigger a price explosion. And most importantly, what this could all mean for XRP's price in both short and long term. Stick with me to the end. You'll understand this opportunity like you are an insider. And if you made it through the intro, well, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. This is my new channel. Hitting that thumbs up is going to help send this video viral, and there is absolutely no reason that this should not go viral. Every XRP holder needs to hear about this. And if you can share out this link on Twitter or on your favorite social media platform, that would help me out tremendously. Now, we're looking at the markets. A lot of people are starting to freak out. They don't understand what is going on. Look, we told you this was coming. Price is a distraction. You should only be concerned about price for the short term if you are trading these markets. If you are not a trader, you have absolutely nothing to worry about, folks. And if you're looking to keep up to date with all your crypto news, xrprightnow.com, the only news website dedicated to Ripple and XRP news. Look at all the articles I will posted today. 369. We're not done. 12, 15, 18. 20 articles today covering everything in regards to Ripple and XRP. You'll never miss a piece of news information. Now let's jump over to this. Here we go. Spot ETF approvals have raised Litecoin up to a 95%. The final deadline for a Litecoin ETF is October. Solana up to 95%. October 10th as well, one day before my birthday. What a birthday gift that would be. XRP, October as well, 95%. And then you have a 90% chance of an ETF on Doge, Cardano, Polkadot, HBAR, and Avalanche, to name a few. Folks, they are giving you the recipe here. They are telling you. For those of you who do not know, what is an ETF? It's an exchange traded fund. It is a simple way for investors, big and small, to buy assets like stocks, gold, and now crypto from their regular brokerage account. For years, crypto has been locked behind a wall. Wall Street, retirement funds, insurance companies, they all want exposure, but they've been blocked by custody rules, compliance issues, and risk departments saying no. Well, ETFs are the Trojan horse. They make it safe, easy, and mainstream to allocate money to assets like XRP. Think about your grandparents' pension, a teacher's 401k, or your neighbor's college fund. They could all soon start to own XRP without ever touching a crypto exchange. Look what happened to gold when the first gold ETF launched in 2004. Before that, buying gold was a pain. You needed to buy coins, bars, or risky mining stocks. Suddenly, overnight, Anyone could buy gold via a ticker symbol. A ticker symbol. Ooh, say that one twice. The result, gold prices went from about $400 an ounce to over $1,800 in under a decade. That's a 4.5x move. The reason, because ETFs funneled hundreds of billions of dollars into gold that simply couldn't access it. So how much money would flow into XRP? Let's talk numbers and break it down so anyone could follow. Bitcoin ETFs, after the January 2024 approval, spot Bitcoin ETFs attracted over 15 billion in their first 120 days. That's new money. That's not retail, but pension funds, asset managers, insurance companies, people who couldn't touch Bitcoin before. That 15 billion, it took Bitcoin up brand new all-time highs, while the rest of the market was still in consolidation. XRP's market cap today, it's about 27 billion. We're looking at the bottleneck versus the fire hose here, folks. Right now, XRP is like a small lake with only a few rivers feeding through it. Retail buyers, small investors, maybe, just maybe some private funds. But ETFs, they're like turning on a fire hose. Institutional capital, retirement accounts, even sovereign wealth funds are all starting to gush in at once. This is the 1% scenario we're looking at. Global ETF assets, 13 trillion. Let's just say 1% of that pivots into crypto. That's 130 billion. If even 10% of that goes into XRP ETFs, that's 13 billion in new buying pressure. Remember, XRP's entire market cap is 27 billion. So even a super duper conservative scenario would send the price of XRP soaring. Now, spot Bitcoin ETFs now own over 5% of the total circulating Bitcoin supply. XRP ETFs accumulate 3 to 5% of the supply. You're talking about billions of dollars in new demand, potentially drying up the liquid supply, triggering FOMO, and starting a vicious cycle. And you want to know who the ultimate catalyst is? BlackRock. Why does BlackRock matter so much? Everyone is talking BlackRock. Well, they're not just another asset manager. BlackRock is the market. 10 trillion assets under management. That is more than the GDP of Germany and Japan combined. Think about that for a second. BlackRock defines what's investable. If they add XRP to their product suite, every single financial advisor, wealth manager, and pension fund in America and beyond will then have the green light to accumulate at XRP. When BlackRock launched its Bitcoin ETF, guess what? The entire ETF industry followed. Billions poured in, not just to BlackRock's fund, but into the whole ecosystem. They have distribution. They can put ETFs on every major brokerage platform, every 401k menu, every institutional product shelf. Historically, when BlackRock enters a new asset class or other asset managers scramble to compete, that means a tidal wave of additional money is being allocated. Now imagine if BlackRock allocates 0.5% of that 10 trillion, which is absolutely peanuts, folks. That's 50 billion. If even a fraction of that routed through an XRP ETF, it would dwarf the daily trading volume and quickly outpace any available supply. Imagine if suddenly every major real estate investment firm decided to buy up homes in a small town. What would happen? Prices wouldn't just rise, they would skyrocket because supply is going to dry up. That's what happens when institutional money pours into a scarce asset. I have so much more to talk about on this. We're going to save it for part 2 of this video, folks. The crypto market is about to change forever. The ETF floodgates are opening, and for the first time, institutional and retail money are coming together right at the doorstep of XRP. If you want more real numbers, the inside scoop, and straight talk analysis, hit subscribe. Ring that bell and join the conversation. Drop your XRP price predictions and your ETF questions in the comments below. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is a look at data, the money flows, and the biggest opportunity in crypto's history. Stay tuned for part 2. The next episode might be the one that changes everything for you.